They say the best thing we see if you do for yourself for this life after they don't serve you breakfast now for you to become successful. Because now when you say you don't take this successful for this life, and that be the ultimate source, the ultimate way when you say if you take go revenge, go give back to that person when you say he hurt you. Because at the be that person know say you go dey successful, that person for not come out hand for your body. They look and say you dey worthless, say you not get value to their life. Now make am be say they take abandon you, and they expect say you go suffer, you go dey cry for secret, you no go make am for this life. And anytime when they see you say you take dey suffer, you take dey cry, na be wetin be say they give the enjoy. But if you be say you feel break out, come off for that agony, from that pain, when be say they put you, from that sorrow, when be say they put you, you can't dey successful. Person when be say they key, it better pass the kind of emotion when be say that person when be say serve you breakfast go begin dey receive for your body after you don dey successful. Most of the time after relationship or marriage don over, they expect say na the woman go be the person wey be say go dey open mouth dey come outside for social media, or to dey tell the friends wey be say he and his ex-husband or his ex-boyfriend get about the things wey be say he pain am well during and after the relationship or the marriage don dey over. But for this case of Korra Obidi and Justin Dean, na Justin Dean na be the person wey be say come dey get bad belle for Korra Obidi even after Korra Obidi don give am $50,000 and come see add almost $70,000 to take settle Justin Dean after their divorce. But ever since when be say Korra Obidi take dey for in lane, this Justin Dean no wan gree let Korra Obidi make it be say she drink water, make she see ground, make it be say she put the cup put. Now every time now be say they run on social media, any opportunity when be say e get, e go run on social media to take dey trash Korra Obidi. They try make it be say take expose Korra Obidi. When be say me and you when be say they hear my voice, so we see different videos when be say come online, when be say we take see wetin be say this Justin Dean do to Korra Obidi, to the extent when be say he even see hurt the children when be say he and Korra Obidi get together. But any opportunity when be say he get, now even 2 years he don't dey now after their divorce, but this Justin Dean see they deem it fit to dey come social media all the time, because he know say na anytime when be say they come social media, now be the time when be say they get views for the content when be say they post online. This Justin Dean so na the same person when be say talk from the very beginning say e not concern social media, but after the divorce take finalize between him and Korra Obidi, na he come be the person when be say come open Facebook page, open YouTube page, even come see open TikTok, join himself, they try all the possible best make it still take make money for the social media. But if you be say one get views, opportunity go just come like this, go begin dey trash a wife. Now 2 years he don't dey now after divorce. This man no wan let Korra Obidi rest, he no wan let Korra Obidi get peace, he no wan let Korra Obidi enjoy her life. He can't be say the kind of successful when we say Korra Obidi come dey get day by day. He don't buy house for Lagos, he buy house for LA after he don't divorce Justin Dean. This successful when we say Korra Obidi dey successful, so he dey pay Justin Dean well, and he suppose make it be say we use this Korra Obidi story so take get sense. Say no need for you to take dey come outside for social media or begin dey carry and take go dey trash person wey say you born pikin for. Make you let your success speak for you, because if you don't speak for you finish, that person wey say trash you will come be the person wey say they come outside dey cry for social media. This one na be the case now with this Justin Dean. Abeg o, na which part of move on Justin Dean no understand for the English dictionary? No be Justin Dean and Korra Obidi be the first person or the first couple when be say don't divorce, when be say we hear their matter for social media. But why it can't be say any small thing you can't dey come social media to say they trash Korra Obidi? Anyway, my people, I no go wan make it be say this video so make it be say too long, because I don't even see now say na almost 35 minutes video na be so na one watch so. And this video won't be say I go play for now when be say Justin Dean take dey expose Korra Obidi, na almost 30 minutes video won't be say I try to take edit the better part come off for inside, make it be say I not too waste una time. Say you not dey interested for this talk when be say the talk, so say you want you go straight to the video when be say this Justin Dean take come outside for social media to take address all the allegation when be say they for social media won't be say two of us use our eye to see. Make una go straight to the video for this number won't be say dey for our screen. So now from there this Justin D video till they start to dey play. But before we say I go play the video give una, make I just take explain small thing for now won't be say una go need to take note as now they watch this video. So could you imagine say na 2 years it don dey now won't be say Korra Obidi and Justin D take divorce. Ever since Korra Obidi don dey successful like wetin be say I talk just now, this man don come outside for social media talk say he wan come outside to take defend im name because he no dey like the narrative won't be say people dey narrate for im name say na him be the bad person won't be say dey for the marriage. For inside, he come still let us know say na $2 million na be say Korra Obidi don get for social media since won't be say the two of them not take dey again. Say anything when be say Korra Obidi dey talk for a matter say no be true, say na lie, say as him be like this so say na God sent na e be. He no be person be say they like things be say they hot. He say Korra Obidi carry a name come outside for social media after the divorce, come begin dey trash him when be the father of the children. He say na due to failure of Korra Obidi career for Nigeria na e be say Korra Obidi take relocate go China when be say e take see Korra Obidi for China. He say na he be the person be say even encourage Korra Obidi make e be say they do this acting, this dancing, this things be say they do for social media. Say na he be the person too when be say see they edit all the videos. Say Korra Obidi no sabi dance. The time when be say Korra Obidi need to enter social media, na him be the person who say go dey edit the video, they do am in a speedy way make it be like say Korra Obidi sabi fast dance. Say na like for a year when be say him and Korra Obidi take no for China, na e be say they take decide say they wan go America. Say he can go Nigeria go marry Korra Obidi finish, carry am enter Los Angeles. They even give Korra Obidi money make e be say Korra Obidi stay for us till they take care of himself. Say at a time self and Korra Obidi come dey discouraged for this social media platform be say e get so, but na him be the person who be say they always dey encourage her make e be say she not give up. Say but now when be say God don butter her bread now, Korra Obidi forget person wey be say e stand by am. The same time as we dey talk about this one so, e come still go e computer come bring out the money wey be say Facebook dey pay Korra Obidi almost $9,000 for a month. They tell us indirectly say make e be say we no dey support Korra Obidi with the stars wey be say people dey give Korra Obidi for a social media platform for Facebook. Though I know the reason why be say e dey always dey come social media to take poke Korra Obidi. E dey use needle take dey chook am because e dey look for reaction for Korra Obidi because e know say anytime wey be say Korra Obidi go come social media to take fight back or to take clear her name, automatically e go lead to view for im part, and that views for social media platforms so dey equate to money. Because make we no still forget say at a time this Justin Dean too come social media dey let us dey know say e wan buy house, but e come be say na wey be say court come take tell the two of them say they no want make e be say they put their children for social media. Now e come be say e no come fit buy the house wey be say they claim say im go buy, not knowing say na the exploitation wey be say e wan begin dey exploit im own children wey be say Korra Obidi get for am. Na e wan use take gather the money wey be say go take go buy the house, but e come be say no be the way wey be say e take dey expect am say life go be, no be so life come be for am. Before be say I go let una watch the video of how be say e take explain everything, make we no still forget say even during and after the divorce we still see different videos of social media wey be say e surface wey be say this Justin Dean dey claim say he wan collect the children for Korra Obidi hand because he know say after the divorce, if automatically based on say na him be the person wey be say he hold the children during the time of the divorce, na him go come be the person wey be say Korra Obidi go come begin dey pay money to. And make we no still forget say video still surface online wey be say this Justin Dean send police go Korra Obidi house, go begin dey use police dey threa ten Korra Obidi. Dey talk say Korra Obidi na yeye mama wey be say no dey care for im children. See na social media na be say Korra Obidi dey do. Wey be say we see the video of how police take go Korra Obidi house, but God come do am and say the plans wey be say Justin Dean plan e no work for Korra Obidi life. But if really na him be the person wey be say make Korra Obidi career dey successful, why be say e no still use that same energy to take make im own self successful? Abi im own body dey forbid success? Why be say e come create the social media platform dey use am take dey do the things wey be say dey do, so wey be say we no know who be say send am message? Anyway my people, make I let una make una watch the video, then una tell me wetin be say una get for this matter for the comment section below.
I said I was sick yesterday. I wasn't sick yesterday. I was in a bad mood. I was depressed because my reputation, my life is being destroyed by my ex-wife. And she's making a lot of money, somewhere in the neighborhood of $2 million over the last year, crafting a story about how I'm a horrible human being. And my mental health is really suffering because I know it's not true, and I cannot defend myself without it being used against me. But at this point, it's gone too far. It's been nearly 2 years of me, a year and a half of me just minding my own business, just trying to do what's best for my daughters, protect my daughters. And now it's all across the internet that I'm this horrible human. So rather than try to bash the other individual, my ex-wife, Korra Obidi, I am going to simply say, I'm going to simply tell my story about how awesome of a husband I was. So this is not going to be any sort of drama fest. This is just me defending my character. And every single day, somebody's doing something to try to destroy my life based off of things that she said that just simply are not true. I've won everything she said. I've won in court fully. And it just continues for profiteering and to make money. That's all this is about. It's just, let's make some money. Let's capitalize on another person's misfortune who happens to be the father of her children, and let's make as much money as humanly possible. I, on the other hand, have actively not participated in this at all because this is what's best for my kids. But now it's to a point now where I can't look at myself in the mirror because I can't defend myself. And it's just it's frustrating. Many of you have been watching my page and you can see the kind of person I am. You can see who I am as a man, who I was as a husband, those of you that have been following our story for the last 5 years, and who I am as a father. So rather than bash any individual, I am going to simply talk about myself. Those of you guys don't want to hear it, don't listen. This is me telling how much I love and sacrificed for another human, and refusing to participate in all the profiteering that's going on. So I was in China for about 3 months, and that's when I met Korra. So we met, first night we met, we went out to the club, and we had a fantastic night. We both got very intoxicated, and she came back to my house, and being the gentleman that I was, I refused to sleep with her on the first night because I deemed her and myself too drunk. So we did not. And the next morning, that was the only day we spent apart in China, was the next day. From the following day on, we spent every single day, all day together, except for when I was at work or she was at work. I fell in love with her very quickly. Within probably 3 weeks, I knew that this was the person I was gonna marry. And that's not something that, I took lightly at the time, or I still don't take lightly now. And I'm so frustrated I even have to talk about this, but at the end of the day, you gotta defend your livelihood. So our relationship was perfect in China, to be honest with you. She treated me with respect. She treated me like I was a king, and I returned in kind. So why did she move to China? She moved to China because she released an EP that was an utter failure. And she moved to China because she wasn't making money as a singer, as a dancer. She had broken up with her boyfriend, and she needed to go and make some money. That was the goal, is to go to China for a few years, make some money, and come back and build a house or something like that. Well, I encouraged her adamantly to follow her dreams because I was the product of somebody that overcame insurmountable odds to accomplish my dreams. And at 28 years old, I had accomplished every dream that I had, every goal that I had put out at that point. So I was extremely happy with where I was, and I knew what it felt like to accomplish something very difficult, to accomplish a dream, and then actually see it occur. And I wanted that for her. I wanted that for my wife. soon to be wife at that time. So every single day, and I mean every day, we would go out and we would think of content ideas. And I would film for her. I would motivate her. I would push her to be her best. We would do maybe 50 takes of a dance scene on any given day sometimes. And we wouldn't do it until we wouldn't stop until both of us were very happy with the result. And after a few months of this, see what was working and see what wasn't, I decided that it was working. When she moved to China, she had 43,000 Instagram followers and barely any followers anywhere else. And after just a few months, we got her up to like 80,000 roughly. So we were seeing what was working or not. So in high school, I actually took video productions. I took 2 years of video productions. I made the highlight reel for my cross-country team. I really liked editing videos. So what I did is I bought a subscription to Adobe, and I would take the videos and I would actually speed up her body movements to make her look like a better dancer. Now, she's an extremely gifted, talented dancer anyways, but for social media, it's all about like getting your attention past the first 3 seconds. So I would speed up her hips so they would bounce more. I would speed up her arms so it looked a little bit more eye-catching, because sometimes on video it's not, what looks really good in real life doesn't look as good on camera. So you have to speed it up a little bit. You got to make the hip movements. You got to make it pop more. And that was exactly what I did. This is very difficult for me to talk about because I just simply want to move on with my life and raise my daughters in peace and tranquility. But, like I said, she's made $2 million in the last year and a half off of trashing the father of her children, who they love and adore, I will say. So we'd speed up the videos, and I could see it was starting to gain traction. People liked the story, country hick, Nigerian princess. That was really sticky as well. So after about, I would say, this was probably about June, I proposed to her on the bund. And I asked her to quit her job, where she was making around, I can't remember the exact number, it was like $2,500 or $3,000 a month, which she had to pay 20% of that to her brother-in-law to pay for for getting her the job. That being said, she actually, on her paperwork, lied to the Chinese government and said that she was an American from Salt Lake City. But she was not. Anyways, I didn't care about that. So I proposed to her, and I asked her to quit her job because we needed to be able to spend more time on creating content. Because at this point, I was absolutely head over heels in love with her. And I'm a strategist, I'm a thinker. So I come to the conclusion that I was making pretty good money then, about 10 grand a month, which was tax-free money. I didn't have to pay taxes on it. So I said, well, I can just pay all our bills. You should just quit your job and we'll just make content all day. And that's what she did. She quit her job. She still had to pay 20% of her income or something. I don't remember the exact percentage, something like that, to her brother-in-law. So that I paid off her brother-in-law the rest of the balance due, because she still had like 8 more months of work or something like that. It was a pretty significant, it was like, I don't know, it was like $7,000 or $8,000 or something. So I paid him so that she didn't have any obligation to him, and she could just create content all day. And that's what we did. I was only working maybe 4 hours a day, because I only had a select group of athletes that I was working with. They wouldn't actually let an athlete work with me unless they were top 3 in the country, which I didn't really agree with, but it is what it is. So yeah, she quit her job. And we started making content every day. And it really, at that point, they really started to blow up. It really did. She really was starting to get like really happy. And anytime, I remember giving her pep talks until 2 or 3 in the morning when I had to work at 8 about, we can do this, like, just like this, we can do this. We can really make this work. We can really like make you into like a Beyonce of Africa. All we need is like strategy. And so then we started talking about going back to the States. And originally my plan was actually to move to Central Oregon, Bend, Oregon. It's kind of a mountainous, beautiful wonderland, which is more my ideal living. I love mountains more than the ocean. But I told her, I was like, in the entertainment industry, there's only two options of places to live to really make your dreams in this particular entertainment industry even possible. It was Los Angeles or New York City. But she didn't want to deal with the snow. So we moved to Los Angeles, which is probably the better choice anyways, because this is where Hollywood is, this is where all the music studios are, and that sort of thing. Made a plan to move to Hollywood. We went and did the traditional wedding, and then I moved to Los Angeles here, where we are now, not knowing a soul. I didn't know anyone from LA. I'd only been to the outskirts of LA once or twice. So I moved here, and I remember it being a very sad, lonely time because I just came off of like this crazy experience living in China and then living in Nigeria and just all these culturally interesting times. And I had spent a lot of the money that we had made on doing like going and eating at awesome places and traveling and paying for the wedding, paying for her brother. So I spent a lot of my money preparing, and then it was like $10,000 for the immigration to immigrate her here. So by the time I got to LA, I really only had like maybe $10,000 to my name. So while I was trying to build my first business, which was a failure, mind you, I was living in hostels. So I remember staying in this particular hostel that was like $30 a night. It was a room with bunk beds, 3 bunks on each side. So I was staying with 6 men. And it was quite obvious that some of them were drug dealers, some of them were like down on their luck, down on their times. And it was, it was kind of like, in my mind, it was like, okay, now I'm backsliding in life a little bit. I just came off of living in a penthouse in one of the most beautiful areas in China, in Shanghai, in Jing'an, near a temple. And now I'm living in a hostel with drug dealers to pursue my wife's dreams. That's why we moved here. We moved to LA for her dreams. And I was fully on board with it, And it definitely worked. I did everything in my power to never let her give up on her dreams. She tried to give up on several instances. I remember several times throughout the marriage, she was so frustrated with not making money that she'd want to drive for Uber, or she'd want to go work at a clothing store or be a waitress. And I would just say, no, that's going to distract you from your dream. And so getting a job that pays minimum wage is just going to take up your time, and it's not like our bills are not paid. So why would we decrease the amount of time that you have to work on your craft? So I always adamantly said, don't get a job. Like, I pay all the bills. Make the plan literally was for her to get a major contract or really get it off the ground. And then while she was in the peak of her career, I would just travel with her and be her manager and take care of everything she needed. So I was completely devoted to helping her achieve everything that she wanted to achieve. And I did that. I did help. I was there every single day filming. I was there every single day editing photos. I was there every single day coming up with content ideas. I was there every day in her corner, supporting her, loving her, and just being a cheerleader for her. Because I was in love. That's just who I am. That's what I do. That's what I do with my kids. And that's what I do for anybody I love. So I truly dedicated my all, everything I had, my energy, my intellect, my finances, my spirit, my body, to propelling her forward that she could accomplish what she wanted to accomplish. And it was like I put just as much energy into her dreams as I did my own. And after our entire family structure was centered around her social media needs. And, it's like I really went above and beyond to try to always make her happy. I remember many occasions like that I would work a 10-hour day and she was, at home with June and just miserable because she was at home with June and she wanted to be out. So after a 10-hour day, I would watch June and tell her to go out salsa dancing, and she would do this once a week. Once a week, I would, and I was always busy at that time, like literally 10-hour days, because I was trying to, pay off my student loans. I was trying to get us financially, solvent and get us financially in a stable place so that we could buy a home. So I worked a lot, and then when I came home, she would want to go out, and I would watch June, and she would go out and party or whatever she did until 4 and 5 in the morning, and I would be up with June, feeding her, whatever was necessary, while she went out and did what she needed to do. And then I'd get up at 7 or 8 in the morning and do the process again. So I was very sleep deprived, very tired all the time, and I really, really dedicated 5 years of my life to making sure that she was happy, making sure that she accomplished what she wanted, and she did accomplish it all. And what did she do once she accomplished it? And I'm not going to go into the negative details of what she did or what I did, because we're divorced. None of that matters anymore. It really doesn't. It really doesn't matter anymore, because at the end of the day, if I go online, just start bashing her, and continuing to bash her, it's just not going to look good on my character. Am I perfect? No. And it's just not something. I just don't want it to continue to be a back and forth for the duration of my little girls' lives. And that was what I've been trying to avoid for a really long time. And it's really, really, it really hurts me that a person that I spent so much of my life trying to build up and just fill that need, that deep, solid need that she had to be this international famous artist, that, it just hurts me that she would turn around, see an opportunity, because the opportunity was there, to try to destroy my life at personal income of herself. It was really hurtful. It's really sad, but it is what it is. Do I still love her? No, you can't. You cannot do what you cannot just try to destroy a person's life for over a year and a half and still be in love with that person. She's online crying wolf that I'm trying to steal her money. She's always talking about how she is poor single mother, struggling to feed her children. But if you look at this is her Facebook income for 1 month. $85,000 for 1 month of tarnishing my name. There's her name, Chuku Funaya, Anita Dean. $85,000 in 1 month off of trashing me. So I shouldn't even be making this video. This will be used against me in court. But it is a tragedy to humanity that someone that could do so much for you, you turn your back on them and try to destroy their life. It is a tragedy to humanity. It is an injustice, and I'm really questioning humanity right now, because you're all there sitting and believing it, because if she said it, so it must be true. So I can categorically say that everything she said about my character is false, and I've proven and won in court time and time again But it doesn't matter because the headlines are the headlines, and she's just doing this for money. She's making this shit up all for money. She starts seeing the money. She starts seeing when she talks badly about me, it makes thousands and thousands of dollars a video. So she does it more and more and more all the time. I've now defended my own character. I have now defended my own peace of mind. And I don't intend on talking about this subject again. I am not going to come on here and bash my ex and say all the horrible, horrible things that she did in our marriage. It's over. I need to think about the kids and moving forward. And right now what she's doing is destroying my little girl's future. It's unacceptable. I'll see you later.
So my people, una don watch the video finish. For where be say two people for the quarrel, say they go see in truth, they go see a truth. Why be say the real truth dey for the middle? Now look and say this social media business, so now one of the reasons when we see Korra Obidi and Justin Dean marriage take break. I gonna look and say money they involve when we say this Justin Dean take the verse for Korra Obidi because say one exploit Korra Obidi, and we could not still forget say Korra Obidi see talk on come outside for social media say once the money come for the social media, say this man Justin Dean come they expect her make it be say she use the social media money take pay for your school debt when we say e get during the time when we say e dey go school. So people, make una let me know una thought, make una let me know una opinion for the comment section below. If you never subscribe, try to subscribe until I see you now for my next video. Bye bye.